I guess let us see another problem, that is construction of ellipse by using general method. The question will be something like this: to construct an ellipse when the distance of the focus from the directrix is equal to 50 mm and eccentricity is 2 by 3. Here the concept is eccentricity E value will be less than 1 for ellipse. E value, if it is greater than 1, it is for hyperbola. If the E value is equal to 1, then it is for parabola. The question can be used for three different options, that is for drawing ellipse, parabola and hyperbola, where the eccentricity value will be changed. That's it. There is nothing much change. Since we can draw three things, that is ellipse, parabola and hyperbola, with the same method, this is called as general method. So let us go to the diagram in AutoCAD. So this is your AutoCAD. As usual, first we'll be selecting the limits, enter 0, 0, enter 500, 500, enter. Then units, check the units, it is in inches, change it to millimeters, okay. Then Z enter, A enter, zooming back. Once this is finished, then we'll be drawing whatever the information is given to you in the question. What is information given? There is a directrix and the focus is at a distance of 50 mm from the directrix, and we have eccentricity values 2 by 3. So first let me draw some straight line, something like this. Straight line means it should be 90 degrees, that is perpendicular, so I am using ortho mode. Some 200 mm I am taking, press enter. So now I have drawn a straight line which is 200 mm length, and I am assuming that this is my directrix. After that, take a line command from the midpoint, draw 50 mm, because the focus point information is given in the question that it is 50 mm from the directrix. Therefore, focus is 50 mm from the directrix. So whatever the point obtained in this end point will be the focus. So first let me select the focus point. Therefore, PT by PE. I am using P type command and press enter, and I am changing this to some shape. This one I am selecting and press OK, and I am selecting a point. This is my point and let me give the name. So multi-text I am using empty command, and here I am selecting it with some size of some 4 and press enter, and I am giving it as F, capital F. I'll give it capital F and press tick mark. So this is my focus point. Every time focus point is very much important in any diagram, so change that color, and if possible give some weight also for it. For the weight to be displayed, line weight will be on, so line weight is on. So after this you can see that the focus point is updated. Now as per the question, it is saying that eccentricity is equal to 2 by 3. Let me write that one also in the beside so that we don't forget it. Here the value of E is equal to how much? 2 by 3. Value of E is given, E is equal to 2 by 3 is given there. E is 2 by 3 value is given. That means that supposingly there is some point on the curve. Here we are talking about ellipse now. If you are having a curve like this is an ellipse, then the curve is obtained by locus of points. These locus of points, whatever you take, that one, any point may be considering on the curve, that one will have the value of 2 by 3 as eccentricity. That is the distance of the point from the focus with the ratio of the distance from the point with the directrix. That one will be taken as eccentricity. So supposingly I am selecting the vertex point. Vertex point will be one end of the major axis. So supposingly that is called as a V. Let us say V. Supposingly somewhere it will be there. We'll call it as V. Somewhere it will be there. We'll call it as V. Let us suppose it. It's not that known, but I'm saying that it will be called as V. Capital V will give it. capital V, and press tick mark. Yes. And since this is also there, we'll give another name for this. This is C. Let me say this is C. C, V, and F. This V point is not yet known to us. But as what I'm saying is that V is a point on the curve now. So for that sake, what I can do is that from that point somewhere here, the ratio of Vf to Vc will be 2 by 3. So how do I get it? So V to F, I should have 2 parts, and V to C, I should have 3 parts. So that means totally it should be divided into how many parts? Numerator plus denominator. Those many parts it should be divided. That is 2 plus 3. Since here it is 2 by 3, it is 2 plus 3. Supposingly 3 by 4 is there, then we will say 3 plus 4, that is 7 parts it should be divided. Now this one should be divided into how many parts? 5 equal parts it should be divided. So div, enter, select this line, into 5 equal parts. Now, where will be the V present? V should be present in such a way that V to F is 2 and V to C is 3. Therefore, 0, 1, 2. The second line, that is numerator line, that is 2, 0, 1, 2. So, therefore, whatever the numerator is there, that one will be considered here. That is, F is considered as 0, this is 1, this is 2. The second point will be considered here. Or else in the reverse way, from the C it should be the denominator, that is 0, 1, 2, 3. In this way also consider. So luckily I have kept my V point almost exactly in the same place where I want. So unnecessary things, whatever they are there, I can remove them. So these 2 points are not necessary to me, I am removing. Now if you observe carefully, Vf to Vc is equal to eccentricity, that is nothing but 2 by 3. That is what is applied. Now draw a straight line from V to F, and escape. Select the straight line, use rotate command, and use V as base point and rotate it with 90 degrees so that Vf is equal to V, give that name as some P. Vs is equal to Vp. Vf is equal to Vp. Now draw a straight line from V to, it can be up to required length, whatever the length it is. Say suppose you are drawing 200 mm length. I have drawn 200 mm length. What I will do is that I will draw this particular offset. I'll do one thing. I'll copy this line, that is copy this first directrix whatever is there, and I'll keep somewhere at this end point like this. Now what I'll do is that I'll join C with P. I'll join C and P. Then I'll extend CP up to this line. You can extend up to whatever it is possible. Before that, what you'll do is that take a separate line. From F, you draw up to this end point like this, and select this line and rotate it with F as center, and rotate it with 45 degrees. 45 degrees, it will be something like this. After that, extend by using extend command, extend CP line until this line. Now use line command, and from the intersection point, draw a straight line up to this point. So this becomes the other end point. That is V dash. This becomes the other end point, V dash. That is V dash. So whatever the unnecessary things are there, I can remove them. So I'm trimming them. So this is not necessary. The upper part is not necessary. Everything is not necessary. I'm removing. So now what I have done, I have drawn a straight line from the F, which is 45 degrees. I'll annotate it and show it to you. Instead of linear, I'm going to angular. So this one is 45 degrees. It is not visible. So I'm saying dim TY dim style and press enter. Modify. Here it is 0.1800. I'm pressing some 4, and symbols and arrows also I'm giving some 4, and press OK. Then close. So here you can see it is 45 degrees. So from F, if I draw a 45 degrees line, and extend CP, these two lines will be meeting at a point, some point, name it as some 10 or some point, some you say V dash, V, C dash, something, some point. So since C is already used, C dash, you say C dash. So select this C and I'll keep it here, some C dash. So join CP and extend it until the F line with 45 degrees line will be joining it at the C intersection point, C dash intersection point. So this becomes, when you draw a horizontal vertical line from the C to the bottom, this becomes the other end point of the ellipse. Now whatever the unnecessary things are there, you can remove them. So this is not necessary, this is not necessary, I am removing them. Now draw a straight line, from V to V dash. You see, it did not come perfectly. You can see here, did not come perfectly. So I'm removing it. I'm drawing it again. From draw a line from V to V dash. From V to V dash escape. So you divide div enter. Select VV dash line, whatever the line now I'm selecting it, select it and divide it into some 10 or 12 equal parts. It depends on your requirement. Now what I'll do is that I'll use it as 12 equal parts for my easiness sake. So I'm dividing it into 12 equal parts and press enter. So see enough, the second division and focus division are combined with each other. Now if you want, I'll move it aside and I'll show it to you. See here, the second division and the focal division are on the same place, so that it will be easy for me. Now what I will do, I'll use copy command. I'll select this line and press enter, and at each and every division I'll draw a straight line. That is, I'm copying it and I'm drawing it. That is just at all these parts. We can give these points names also. They are something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And the upper parts, whatever the line on this CC dash line is there, they will be called as 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash. Now I don't want these all lines, so I am removing these all lines. So obtained points are these points are named as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And here on this CP line, whatever the extended CPC dash line is there, on that whatever the points are obtained, they are called as 1 dash, 2 dash. So let me write for some 2 to 3 lines. After that, you people try to name them so that you don't get confused. So this is 1 closed. I'll change the color so that we don't get any confusion. Some green color. So this is, since this is 1, this becomes 1 dash. Or else 1 need not be started at vertices, since already vertex point will be inside the curve, so you did not start from there. So you can start from here. So this is 1, and this becomes your 1 dash. This becomes your 1 dash. So double click it. And 1 dash. Similarly, the second point is nothing but your focus point. So that is your 2. Therefore, this becomes 2 dash. Then this becomes 3. And then don't press enter, press close text editor. And the upper part will become 3 dash. So similarly, name them for the other things also: 3, 3 dash, 4, 4 dash, 5, 5 dash, 6, 6 dash. Now what you'll do is that draw a circle from 1 to 1 dash, and before that, see that the focus point is having separate color so that you don't get confused. So in this one, then select circle, and from 1 dash, draw a circle, and select this circle and change the center of the circle from 1 to focus point. Then you can see that 1 dash line is being cut at a point. So use point option, and at this intersection select the point. Now delete this unnecessary circle, we'll leave it. Then use circle command again. Use 2 dash as radius, use 2 dash as radius and change the center from 2 to F. Here luckily 2 and F are at the same point, so no need to change. So intersection point will be exactly at the 2 dash point. So I am selecting this point as my intersection. Then delete this unnecessary circle. Then 3 dash line. So this is your 3 and 3 dash line. Then change the center from 3 to F. Then you can see intersection point is there. PO, enter. So intersection point is there. You can point it. While you are drawing it, you are only getting upper layer of the points. If you want to obtain the lower layer of points, you can directly copy all these lines and mirror image it, and you can point at the same time. Instead of that, what I'll do is that first I'll draw upper points all. Once these upper points are all fixed, then I'll select all those points, select them, and I'll use mirror command. In that way I'll go. So now 3 dash is finished. I'm deleting it, and I'll draw a circle on 4 dash. This is my 4 dash. Then I'll select the circle and change from 4 to F. Then PO, enter. Select the intersection point here. Then delete it. Then 5 dash. Select circle 5 dash. Definitely you people write all these things so that it will be easy for you to remember, not to get confused, and draw them perfectly. So use this. Then 6 instead of deleting all these circles, I can just move that side and this side also. But as usual, for not getting confusing, I am using deleting option continuously. Or else what you can do is that change the center from again to focus to this point and drag this by dragging this. What happens is that you can alter the size of the circle. This center point is again shifted to F. Then use PO command and change this. So in this way you can select it. You can see again from the focus point I am selecting up to the 8 dash. This one is selected and the end point is shifted. Then I am using center point shifting option, and then using point symbol I am using this. In this way also you can do by not using circle command again and again and again. If you are confusing in this, there is a possibility of you to lose it. For that sake I am asking you to draw this by using circle command continuously, and if not, you can go and try this method. It's up to you. Whatever you do, it is not a problem. If you are not confusing by this method, this is the easiest method of drawing it. So then this is point obtained. Then again change it to the last but one line. Change this radius in the radius of the circle. Then again change the center of the circle. Then you'll get a point obtained here. Then final circle, change the center from F to V dash. From V dash to C dash it will be the point. And if you observe carefully, if I am changing the center point from V to F, the ending point is exactly at the V dash point. So that means that in the first point itself I have used this 45 degrees line. Now by using that 45 degrees line at the F point, you will get the exact end point for the ellipse. Only for ellipse, remember that it will be useful only for ellipse. Now I am selecting all these points separately, or else you can use the right selection method. In this way you can select all these points and use mirror command. From C to V dash I am selecting it and I am pressing no, so that all the points are obtained. Whatever it is you can do in the beforehand itself, you can draw all these lines, and directly when you are selecting one dash point, you can select one other point also. Name these points as P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6, P7. Now use either spline command or polyline command. Join V, P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6, P7, P8, P9, P10, P11 and V dash, and these all points also is selected one by one. And before closing the curve, what should you do? You should press close, not directly select the ending point. So press close here, therefore the curve is closed. So select this line, give some separate color, something like blue. I'm giving blue here, and give some line weight, something like some 40 I'm giving it. Then escape. So here, as per the given question, we know eccentricity value and we know it is distance between the focus and the directrix is 50. Except that we don't know anything. For that sake, since eccentricity is already written here, we should give dimension from C to F. Only these things should be drawn. Except this, you need not annotate anything. Remaining all cannot be need not be annotated. So with this, the problem is finished. So you can write these things here also by using the multi-text command, mt enter. That is mt enter. I'll write somewhere here and use the dimensions as 4, height as 4. Then where is this question construction? This question I'm selecting, Control C, and I'm typing it here, Control V, and select close. Where is it? Everything is gone. I can use zoom extents so that it is optimum here. So I can move it a little bit so that it looks good here. So everything is well enough. So with this, the diagram is finished. But in some cases, they'll ask you to draw tangent and normal for these curves. Tangent and normal for these curves. And they'll ask you to draw the tangent and curve at some point on the curve. Sometimes they'll specify the point where the point is. In some cases, they'll not specify the point. They'll directly say something like select some point on the curve and draw the. What we'll select some point on the curve, that is P enter. I'm selecting some point. I'll give some separate color so that it will be good. So I'm giving green color and some white also I'll give. So this is what the point is. So some point, let us give some name for it. Mt enter. Say supposingly this is your 4 I'm giving size. What shall we give? Let us give Q and press close. So I have selected a point which is in green color, that is Q, and at this green color point, whatever the Q point is there, at that point I want tangent and normal. For that sake, what I have to do is select line, and from Q up to the focus, draw a straight line, and draw another straight line from focus to the Q. So what I have done now, I have drawn 2 straight lines from Q to F and F to Q. So 2 straight lines are drawn. Then select the straight line and rotate it with the focus as the base point with 90 degrees. In this way you can do it. So then extend this, whatever this line is there, extend this to up to the directrix line, up to the directrix point. So here up to this point we'll extend it. So this, whatever the line is there, that is extended up to point. Supposingly this point is some D dash or something you can do. So from D dash, join Q. From D dash join Q. So this becomes, where is this Q? Here it is the Q. So if I draw this becomes your tangent. So this line becomes your tangent. Give some, I'm giving pink color. Some line weight also I'm adding, something like this. So this becomes a tangent. As we know, tangent and normal will be perpendicular to each other. So what I can do is that I can draw a straight line like this from D dash to Q again, and use rotate command and select this object and press enter. From Q I can rotate it with 90 degrees. So select the object and press enter, select the Q point and rotate it with 90 degrees. So this becomes your now I can, since it is not coming good, I can move it by using the midpoint moving. I'm using this move. So this becomes your normal, whatever the some yellow color. So this yellow color line becomes your normal, and this pink color line becomes your tangent. So this is how you draw the tangent and normal for the further.